prepared.
Nice day, huh?
I take it your neighbor's new recruit? Careful, the walls have ears. SY920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Do not mistake us for amateurs. We will get the job done without sacrificing your route.
I appreciate the confidence. I just want to remind you, this job calls for more discretion than your usual swashbuckling adventures. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY920, you can't come and go as you please. We'll talk more on the ship.
Hey, no loitering. You will be scanned as you enter the field.
Only 10 more pages, boss. Hello.
glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
Always looking for the next mark.
Pardon.
Hey.
Yes?
Excuse me.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Need some work done?
It's good to be back in our own ship.
Pardon.
Okay. Hello? Howdy.
Excuse me.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
The less talking all of us have to do, the better.
You'll get no argument from me. It'll be hard enough explaining why I have 2 new crew members. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grab drive. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship, the fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC
Yes,
7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Hey,
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
yes?
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But, if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Hello.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good. You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military.
Hold up. This area is for SY-920 military only. The contents and operations of the facility are classified. Only uniformed personnel are allowed beyond the checkpoint. Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military. That doesn't matter. That's true. That doesn't sound like... Sorry, no uniform, no when...
Third time this week we've got an error system.
Hey,
Are you going to explain it to us?
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint. I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. You should find a uniform there. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again once you get to the command bay.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. Hello. I will keep watch from here.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks.
excuse me.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance... If you can find a way to... I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Anyway, the door will let... The uniform should get...
Have you seen Elijah?
Probably downstairs searching for his maintenance key.
I feel sorry for the guy. He'd lose his own thumb if it were attached to the knuckle.
I mean, honestly.
Gotta be around here somewhere. Oh! Well, this is embarrassing. I seem to have lost my key to the maintenance room again. I've covered pretty much every inch of this place, except for the forklift. But that one guard, the one I owe credits to, is parked right there, so I'd rather not go there. I've covered pretty much every inch of this place, except for that one. Oh, good idea. Oh, wait.
Heavy weapons aren't just about strength. They're about power.
There's been rumors of soldiers smuggling personal items into the station. I doubt it. UC Marines are way too disciplined. What are you doing? Get away from there! What are you doing? Get away from... Something I can help you with? Elijah? Probably lost the hair on the back of his head. I'll go see what it's about.
There's rumors Commander Natara was brought on to investigate the old commander.
What is it?
2 weeks later. How's the patrol? Back holding up okay? There's sensitive equipment.
I've heard the technology in the station would make the FC surrender before we... even started another war.
All this cargo hauling is making me hungry.
It's tough not seeing any action, but securing a station like this is...
State your business. Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead. Your friend there have the same clearance?
Of course.
Then you're both good to go.
Ah, hello. I will watch your back. How quickly can you get that done?
Upgrading security here is one of Commander... Natara's big initiatives.
You need to leave.
Captain Huan Daiyu? Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. They'll provide some cover. Don't know what you're after, but I'm guessing there'll be another checkpoint. This far down, you might need a clearance code.
Checkpoints have not been a problem so far. There's little reason to think this one would be different.
I like the confidence. But remember, they tend to get harder the further you go. Hence, the clearance code. Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
You headed down to the engineering bay? Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. If you're 15 minutes early, you're still 10 minutes late.
Shame we cannot just break it open.
If you aren't assigned to this level, Ensign, you need to leave. If you don't belong here, you need to get back to your post, Ensign. I won't ask again.
Need your clearance code, Marine. I'll say. You might want to track down your commanding officer and have him clarify your post. Maybe they'll draw you a map.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. Inform them they are clear to launch. How are the tests for the comm spy going?
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, we'll simply monitor the situation at the cargo.
Yu here. Cargo's almost up. Good luck in your search. You may have started as cargo, but now you're one of the crew. Which is why it's not easy leaving you behind. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that.
I have things I wish... I have something I wanted to say. But I confess I am afraid of how you will react. Without a doubt, I should not say anything. I have known that much all along. Despite that, it is important. We should be honest with one another. I know that you said you prefer to be surrounded by others, unlike me. But Constellation means something to us both. And I must be honest about why. The little I have spoken of my history has been nothing but truth. I worked with smugglers. I have caused my share of pain and suffering. What I have left out, until now, is that all of that was done on behalf of House Va'ruun. My people. My family. I am not joking. I was born in the great city of Dazra, and raised with the teachings of Jinan Va'ruun. I underwent the rite of Krejar when I came of age. I am of the promised, those who know the truth of the Great Serpent and his inevitable return. I appreciate that. But it is still important that you know. Several years ago, I intercepted requests from Constellation to access Va'ruun's space, speaking only of exploration. I was sent to infiltrate Constellation, posing as a former smuggler looking for a new purpose in life. That was the intent, yes. The reality is more complicated. Several weeks after I arrived, I attempted to access secure records within Constellation's archives. Vladimir and Sarah were waiting for me. Quite an understatement. I was horrified. My failure would be reported to the High Council, and the penalty would be severe. Yes, she is. I cannot imagine anyone else in her position doing the same. You and I have spent so much time together. It has been increasingly difficult to keep this from you. And I am sorry for that. Telling you this violates so many of the orders I was given. But it was the right thing to do. I can feel that. I know. I understand that this may change what you think of me. I know that you may no longer wish to associate with me. I believe that in this moment, honesty is more important than anything. No matter what happens next, I have appreciated the time with you, and I thank you for trusting me.
Research is coming along nicely.
Stop right there, Ensign. There's been word of suspicious behavior from someone matching your description. All right. Perhaps you'd like to elaborate. Why don't you just hold... Look. I've got eyes on the intruder. All units to Engineering Bay 4. Engage!
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? The comm spike. But I can't just hand it to you. It's a module for a ship. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types. But the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage. Statistical models can only go so far. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test the systems. The kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifices. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST. Steal the comm spike? Why? Who is this person? Damn space pirates! Say no more. I will contact Commander Natara immediately. Commander Natara, this is Dr. Vogel.
What is it now, Doctor?
We have an intruder on board. Captain Juan Dayu is not who she says. Apparently, she's with the Crimson Fleet. And she's after my comm spike.
Don't worry, Doctor. We'll sound the alarm and have a strike team. Directed towards
I hope this... It's worth the effort.
Good. I have a pilot here. I'll have them secure.
Can you talk to the commander?
The prototype.
Get
Make
me
sure it's safe.
reinstated.
You are a pilot, aren't you? You've got the look at least. Take this key card. It'll give you access to Docking Bay 8. I need you to make sure my prototype is safe.
This is Commander Natara. Strike team units head to the cargo bay immediately. This is a red alert.
So,
I repeat,
what's
this
this
is a
big
red
project
alert.
you're working on? I've heard the team is looking for more. I don't know. I've flown a Discovery class, but I'm not familiar with the newer tech.
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new? I don't know you, Ensign.
There's an intruder in the cargo bay. Crimson Fleet, they say.
Pardon.
On Commander Natara's orders, all ships continue pursuit of Captain Juan Dayu. Cargo class ship ID UC-793A. She's with the Crimson Fleet and should be considered extremely dangerous.
Oh, I never get tired of that. We're docked.
I appreciate that you may have business here. I would simply ask that you conclude it quickly.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook.
Rook? Too many missions. Not enough time.
The fleet protects our...
Surprised to see me, Ret? Delgado may let it slide, but I don't take kindly to snitches. There's always a choice. You made yours. If the time comes you ever need my help, I'll make mine. You screwed me out of the most lucrative route I have. It's going to take me months to set up something even remotely as good. Not to mention getting the UC off of my trail. And that is the only good thing to come out of this. You may have fooled Delgado and Neva, but I don't trust you, Rook. At this point, you better find that legacy. Because to me, that's the only saving grace you've got.
I hope you're not wasting time on small talk when there are jobs to run. Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She's actually pretty pissed, in case you didn't notice. Claims you blew her cover.
If one doesn't like how things have gone, and she wants to bail on her share, that's her problem. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
We have dealt with more than a few of your captains. This one should be no problem.
It's the way you dealt with the last captain that concerns me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Those creds ain't gonna steal themselves.
Galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Ahoy, Captain!
Come on. There are worlds to conquer.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation. We're on our own again. Driver spinning down. Jump was smooth as butter. Nice clean dock there.
Yes? What?
Wherever the Crimson Fleet go, we'll follow.
Anything new to report?
Speak freely. It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. Betraying Juan Dayu for cover was a dangerous gambit, but it seems to have paid off. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a SysDef operative.
Then you were most fortunate you coerced us into helping you, not some half-mad spacer.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
Word is you had to steal classified tech from UC Station.
Off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
textbook.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you like.
Keep moving, the scanners won't hurt you.
Ebside's a bad place for tourists these days. Our area's gone to hell.
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise. You don't want a piece of that.
It's getting pretty late. What time is it?
This is Neon's premiere.
You looking to get zoned? Yeah? Well, if I had a credit for every time I heard that line, I wouldn't be stuck working in this place. So, I'm guessing you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously. And I'm getting tired of the fleet not taking me seriously. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
He has certainly earned quite a reputation. Neon is proof of it.
That's the way it's gonna be, huh? Fine. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly. Love the confidence, but before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it. Well, well, look at you. You're smarter than I thought. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own. And I suppose you're gonna head down to Generdyne and kick down the door? Wow, it's so simple. I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place. The catch is that Komiko's having a little fling with Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate. Watch your step. Benjamin Bayou has eyes everywhere.
Don't you have something better to do? Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut it down a year ago. Good. If you were, you'd be the 12th person I've turned away this year. What a waste. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got a ton of problems and no time to deal with them all. I'm afraid that things aren't going terribly well around here. I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get this off my chest. The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division. You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic technology. None whatsoever. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do? You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Brayson to run this company into the ground. Hey, look, thanks for helping me out with this. It's been on my mind for a long time. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask. As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble, ask away. She's my boss. She's fine, I guess. Look, like I said, I don't want to get into serious trouble. She might be a bit tough on all of us, but being responsible for Neon's power grid is a very stressful position. Sometimes that stress trickles down. Thanks for taking... the time to... It's nice to have visitors up here in the tower. As long as it doesn't get me... Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this. I'd like to help you. I really would. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Maybe we can work something out. Yeah, I hope so. Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay? It was great speaking with you.
Hmm?
Please try not to alert anyone to what you're doing.
If you want to talk, you'll have to schedule an appointment.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
A doctor. Institution. Have you tried one of our advanced...
You're in the Vanguard, right?
Coffee flavors, all brewed using the secret technique of ancient earth.
You good?
Here for a drink? A chimera? You people should leave her alone. What do you want with her? Oh, I'm so sorry. I suppose that would be okay. Sorry about all of the threats. How about I set you up with free access to our members' lounge to make up for everything? Ayumi should already be there. Just try not to make her angry. Don't forget to ask Q to see our special menu.
How are they? Yeah. What do you want? You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that. How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it. If you get caught in Generdyne, that's on you.
You good?
Micah knows how to make a drink.
What I don't sell ends up.
Ranger.
I am glad we are on this side of the glass. For a variety of reasons. Looks like this goes up to another floor.
Laboratory results, Project GRT-089A. Technician Oyama reporting. The emissive current beaming system is not performing as per Chief Technician Bayou's parameters. His vision that a massively high voltage current can be projected through the air has proven to be impossible. No such systems have existed in the past.
Someone or
power required to transfer energy from the conduction
grid
into our storage is prohibitively expensive. The Chief Technician has had us work for 3 straight weeks on an emission array, and I can conclude without a doubt that it's completely impractical.
Neutralize the target.
When I pressed him about the overrun on costs of the project, he said, and I quote, "Don't worry about it. I know what I am doing."
This is hopeless! I'm out!
Just give it up!
I'm out of here!
Gah!
This is hopeless! I'm out!
I will have your head!
Can't take it!
Be advised that beginning combat from I am
Oh, no!
unable.
This is bad!
Repair not possible.
Bring it! No! Let's get them!
You cannot beat me!
This...
If the system is protected, there will hopefully be valuable data.
I'm not going down without a fight!
Can't do this!
I'm out! You're dead, you hear me?
I heard
Now
something.
I got you! Get back here!
You're not fucking out of here.
This isn't working!
Take your best shot.
I can't do this!
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
Technician Shibata, currently posted to Genodyne's R&D laboratory. Personal notation. I'd like to go on record about my feelings about Chief Technician Bayu. Though most of my fellow employees feel that he's underqualified and incompetent, I feel that they are underestimating him. I've spoken to Brayson at length, and I find him actually to be a kind and endearing person. I think that living in the shadow of his brother, Administrator Benjamin Bayu, has given him a bad name, and that's a shame. From what I can gather, he was placed in his current position against his own better judgment and asked to do the impossible. It's an unfortunate situation, but I will endeavor to get the rest of the technicians in the department to be more supportive.
Did you hear that?
I can't take this! Isn't worth that!
I'm out of here.
Get down!
These busted!
Not the best you can do. Not the best you can do.
My sensors report a high probability of enemy damage.
Are you prepared to die? Give up already.
This is hopeless.
Can't take it!
I'm out.
Stop, please. Don't shoot. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. There's no need for all this violence. No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him. I think you could safely say that most of Neon would agree. You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother. Like I wouldn't eventually find out.
You should consider distancing yourself from your brother. Perhaps somewhere off-world.
Yeah, that would be nice.
If you are uncertain about your ability to best him in single combat, it is a reasonable alternative to consider.
You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need. I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same. Because that's not like I should be... I mean... Thanks again for the talk. It really helped.
Ah, there you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Generdyne's systems. All too well. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted. Probably. But do you want to know why that's not going to happen? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts. How to get the deal done with finesse. No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business. It may seem that way, but for every rival I've had thrown into the ocean, I've made 2 times as many legitimate deals. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
That is an offer? Your negotiating skills are impressive indeed.
One of your own, I believe. Interesting. Well, unfortunately for Miss Vincent, she won't be joining us for the rest of her life.
One more body for you to stand on top of, to help you reach some unattainable height.
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the Key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
Board is clear. We're docked.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Oh, it's bad. Real bad. Delgado will fill you in with the details. Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!
Yeah.
And you are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the Key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crix's legacy home. Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Key's databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the CommSpike module installed as well.
Oh, is that all? And here I thought this was going to be a challenge.
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the Legacy, and bring us the cash. Nothing around here is simple.
Del's right. You have to follow these steps carefully, or don't bother coming back. After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption, so bring it back here right away. Yeah? I sure hope so. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the Key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. The toughest nut to crack is if you see that commander. If we hope to stand... Get moving before it's too late.
I need to get those defensive batteries on. The comm spike traces and decrypts coded signals. As long as you have the transponder ID, you can track pretty much anything. That file you lifted from the Galbank archives contained the Legacy's transponder code, which I'll program into your nav system. All you have to do is get within the vicinity of Bannock 4, and the comm spike will automatically point you to the target. Cute toy, huh? Well, you already know that the conduction grid does a pretty nifty trick. It absorbs extreme voltage and converts it to usable power on Neon. The version for your ship can still absorb incoming electrical energy, like, say, the EM field surrounding Bannock 4, but it can't store the power. Instead, it just scatters the EM harmlessly away from the hull, insulating you from frying every circuit aboard. As a nice side effect, I'm betting the module will make your ship somewhat EM weapon resistant and boost its shield regen. Lucky you. Not a problem. Conduct... All right, whatever. I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this Not a problem. Conduct... Sounds like fun. I need to get those defensive batteries online. There are 3 defensive batteries, basically high-powered military space turrets. They were part of the... The good news is... The bad news is... Not a problem. I bet you would. I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make... Not a problem. Sure, sure. Let me punch that up, and we can have at it.
We'll have the whole settled systems on the run someday.
You looking to start something?
The fleet is family. Stealing from each other is just what you... A professional courtesy.
If I had a Berian crest, I'd run my own city, like they. Except in my town.
So there I am. You see security on my tail? My grav drive just chewed.
We may not have official security on the key, but we are always looking out for traitors.
I used to work for a megacorp.
Need something?
I'd back him up.
Doesn't matter. Matter what I think, I just keep my head down and my weapon hot.
I like taking chances.
You can do whatever you want. Samina can do more than patch you up. She's got a drugs of every kind, if you know what I mean.
Are you looking to start something? 'Cause I'll finish it.
Need a drink? Bug at the Last Nova will be more than happy to take your credits.
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die.
Thanks for making me look good. I would have had to kill you otherwise.
Ugh, there are a good many places I would rather be right now.
As long as you put the fleet first,
You always work
we
your ass
won't
off
have
when
any
you get stuck with
problems.
ops.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me. Good one.
I knew I'd find you. Knew I'd find you.
Over here!
I knew I'd find you.
The Crimson Fleet is not to be trusted, no matter your relationship with them.
If you need credits, hit up the mission
I have
boards
about
at
a
the
million
core.
things to do. Can't this wait?
Sure. Let me punch that up, and we...
Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Can you believe Rokov's back with the fleet?
So, tell us about Jasper Criggs's version of the Crimson Scar.
Oh, All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits. Gale, I have to tell you, I was having the time of my life.
Put up with any shit.
So you'd consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
If you got any spare creds or just need to unload
No.
some junk,
I'd consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
This better be important.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Those idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Never do a
Don't
job
you have
unprepared.
somewhere to be?
You need supplies, you hit up the depot.
I bet you would.
I have about 1 million things to do. Can't this wait?
Sounds like fun.
UC will never crush the fleet. They'd have to catch.
And we're away.